Hiya's face there. Now the Blues engineering bay is going to start floating over his base. Interesting enough, building an engineering bay there just for scouting purposes or for vision purposes once the tanks go up, I guess. Really interesting way of building it, though, in a proxy location. Some SCVs coming up also. So going to be trying to repair the tanks. Now the battle coming up, though. Bunker being set down here. Looks like the bunker will be stopped, though. And Siege Mode is up for special, so he is inching forward with his tanks. Looks like he's going to finish his bunker here and trying to bunker his way into the into Hiya's base here. Hiya does not have Siege Mode, obviously. He is moving forward with his tanks, though. It's going to come down to a micro battle. SCV is trying to move up here, and looks like SCV is trying to get in within range of these tanks. It's going to try starting to attack these tanks, and meanwhile, it looks like they picked off 2 tanks here, and it looks like Special is going to lose his attack here. His attacking force is completely destroyed almost. Meanwhile, glides up actually for Hiya, and great micro by Hiya there, managing to pick off all the tanks from Special. Wow, bad micro by Special, losing all of his tanks. His bunker is probably going to get lost here. Excuse me, actually no, it looks like he does have a tank on the ridge. Might be able to polish off this tank. Will polish off this tank here, so his bunker does hold. He needs to get an SCV down there, though, to repair that bunker. Looks like he might be able to salvage his attack after all. He's staring at the screen there, just probably microing quickly. It looks like he does lose his bunker, though, and I have to say, this is not working out well for Special at all. His first game in the Pro League might be a defeat here, given how he's playing so far. He doesn't have, I don't see an expansion going up for him just yet, and pretty soon he's just going to start losing in production. I believe Hiya is going to have 2 gas to his 1 gas, and wow, Hiya using his SCVs now to kill off those tanks. In fact, it looks like he's being desperate, but in fact, he's taking a decisive lead there. SCVs are actually quite good. They're like the cheap man's, like the Terran Zergling almost, for dealing with tanks, and it looks like he's completely pushed back this attack from Special, and Special has a look in his face that he's basically knows he's going to lose now, because there's almost no way he can come back from this. He has just 2 tanks alive, and really he's entire expansion behind the red player Hiya, now trying to push his tanks up. He might be able to pick off this tank of Hiya's. He will be able to pick off this tank here and set up a bit of a contain here, but really I think he might even lose his barracks here. That he's floated over to try to provide vision. But with just two tanks here, he's not going to be able to effect a push at all. And what is he doing? He's just going to lose his tank here, retreating here, and probably going to lose it. It looks like 2 more tanks coming up for him, so desperately just throwing tanks at Hiya's face. But Hiya is just going to be able to have more barracks up, producing more tanks, and he's already doing that right now. He's just going to have more reinforcements coming up, and really Special can't just hold in the middle here. He must do damage to Hiya, or else he will lose this game. Not that he has much chance right now. I think he's barely. I don't think he's gotten his expansion going up even now yet. And pretty soon, really, just even right now, you could see that that Hiya already has more unit production. He might even switch to some air units or to dropships right now, and there'll be nothing much that Special can do about it. 1 base against 2. And sadly, this is what happens when your 2 factory rush fails. I have to say, though, it was really due to Hiya's very good micro there, holding Special off when he already had a bunker up, and he had 3 tanks in siege mode. I don't know how he managed to not win that battle there, but I had to say, though, just poor micro by him, not targeting well, and really those SCVs coming up for Hiya, just picking off those tanks from Special. And Special, meanwhile, trying to set up a flank here in the south. Interesting location for him, but as you can see, Hiya already has more tanks and more forces on the ground. He's just going to be able to stop this push before it gets anywhere here. It looks like the Goliath's trying to snipe off this 1 tank that's badly injured. Badly damaged, I guess. I'm not sure mechanical units can get injured. I guess it's a question of semantics there. Anyway, though, it looks like Hiya is just going to push out and establish a good perimeter here and just start pumping more units than Special can. Special right now finally setting up his expansion. And this is at least 4 minutes or 5 minutes behind his opponent. 5 factories, 6 factories going up for Hiya, and I bet only 3 factories at most are in Special's base. That's pretty much how many you can support off of 1 base as a Terran player. And Hiya going for another expansion now, so he's definitely trying to cement this lead. Finally, Special has his expansion base up. Wow, only 2 factories for him though against 6, and that's not at the position you want to be in. And really, this game is basically just a waiting game for his demise. As long as Hiya doesn't do anything to royally screw this up, I don't see how he can lose this game. And it looks like Special is trying to set up a siege line in the center, which will prevent Hiya from going on a big advance just right now. And it looks like he is going to try to snipe off the corner tanks here. He will be able to snipe off this tank with 3 tank hits, and so he's establishing a bit of a flank. Only 4 tanks remaining for Special. He's going to have to retreat here. And Hiya has a barracks there to scout for him also, which obviously will give him an advantage. He will have the first strike capacity, so to speak, because he will get the first shot off with his tanks. And he has a tank advantage here. He has a resource advantage. This is going to be a good game for Special very soon here. And yeah, really, 8 factories going up for Hiya. 4th factory is going up for Special, and 3rd expansion already up. Hiya's already gotten speed upgraded vultures here, it seems. And he's going to be going for a flanking harass, I bet, very soon here into the expansion base. And now in full retreat from Special. Special knows he can't hold that contain in the center any longer, and he's just trying not to give ground too quickly. A lot of spider mines being set up there, so preventing any sort of flank from coming from Special, meanwhile pinning him to the upper left corner of the map here. And really, just not a very convincing game here from Special, unfortunately for him. Looks like he's going to get attacked here by these vultures. A dual attack here, and these vultures look like they're going to pick off at least one of these tanks. Wow, and these vultures, great play by Hiya here. Very good micro. Now he's got vultures all among that natural expansion, and he has tanks among there, and this is a good game here. There's absolutely nothing Special can do. He went for a very vanilla 2-factory build. It didn't pull it off with the necessary micro, and this is the reason why on big maps like this, really 2-factory builds just don't work against another Terran player. Really, it just an old school micros heavy attack that just isn't worth the payoff, unfortunately. Really, what you want to do is 1 factory into expansion, unless you have some sort of ungodly micro. Really, it's just very hard to make your 2-fact worth it. And looks like Hiya will get some high fives, and this series will go to an ace matchup, guys. The series is tied 2-2, and we will see who these 2 teams decide to throw into the ace matchup. Hope you guys enjoy this commentary. This is Caller signing off.